మన మెమోరియల్ లెక్చర్కి గెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆనర్గా విచ్చేసినటువంటి నర్సిరెడ్డి గారిని అమూల్యమైన స్పీచ్ ఇవ్వాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాను.
Good evening all. It's a very great honor for me to be a part of this the memorial lecture on the Constitution on behalf of Gouri Shanker ji. And I'm honored to be sharing the dais with the dignitaries here. And this is one of the first program I'm attending part of any RSS or ABP related. Not that much aware about the entire RSS structure or ABP structure. And I've been knowing Shanker ji, and my heart is always towards the Bharat and the Bharat greatness. When I think Shanker ji asked me to come and be part of this program, I reluctantly said, okay, I'll come and see how you guys will function, what you guys will be discussing about the things. I think today's program is the Constitution. A lot of people think the Constitution is a modern word, a modern life, modern society. I'm a vivid reader of books, and I love Indian mythology compared to any other history or any other books. But actually, a lot of people may not know it. The Constitution, the first Constitution for the world, has given by Rama. That's why we call it as any great the society or a great Rajyam is compared with the Rama Rajyam. The first Constitution, like the Desham or Rajyam, has to be ruled like this. It has the rules and regulations. It has the ministerials. All the things which has been, as first time a king to the entire this world has given was the Rama. That was a great gift from the Rama to this world, not to the India. Today across the world, whoever has a constitution, they all have to salute to the Rama Rajyam. That's why the constitution has been came into this world, and every of the modern society started adopting those constitutions. But unfortunately, a lot of people think the constitution, what we have it has been adopted from the British. I think people agree or not agree. A lot of things is a cut and paste from the whatever the people have ruled and left us. So we have been using and following the similar constitution for the Indian. And we all know that India is the largest democratic country, and we are very successful democratic country in the world. And our democracy has been prevailing. And if you look at still people think the Western democracy is much better than us. But I've traveled across the world and I lived across the world. But I haven't seen a better country than our Karma Bhumi Bharat. The reason, if you look at recent elections and electing, the process in the so-called advanced countries in US or UK, now we see the kind of leaders we are producing, the kind of leaders rest of the world is producing to the world actually. But having said that, I've been lived in the US as a student from IIT Kharagpur. I went to States. Then as a student, you are known to some of the things about the constitution or a Indian political system, how this runs. So when I came back, I always want to come back to India. I never actually want to step into the US when I was doing my graduation in IIT Kharagpur. But it had to be. I had to force to go to US. Then I went there and I had to be there for more than a decade. But always my heart was in India, and I want to come back to India and be part of this country and our country and be part of the development of our country. When I came back, then I was a little bit disappointed with the kind of constitution, kind of democracy what we are going through. Today I may be making a few of the very controversial statements, but that's what the next generation, the current generation has been understanding of the democracy or a constitution. Because for our democracy or our constitution are the four pillars. That's why we understood from whatever the knowledge we have it through the academics or a news or whatever it is. So you have a political system, you have a bureaucratic system, you have a judiciary, and there's the next one is the media. So we call it as these are the four pillars of our democracy, right? And somehow, right, the next generation, the current, most of our generation agrees, the political system and the bureaucratic system is hopeless, thanks to our Indian movies. And we always have a very, very negative opinion about our political system and bureaucratic system, because you all know it, political system is favored and corrupt, and bureaucratic system is it's lethargic and corrupt. So we don't have, when I come back to India, I don't have much hopes on the political and bureaucratic system in India. But a lot of time, right, when we see the movies or whenever we see the great movies, the end of the day, truth will prevail, right? The judiciary will come and give the, finally, right, that will win, truth will win. But when I come back to India in 2011-12, but I found that even the media is pretty much today run by the corporates, and it is also to run the propaganda for the people and for the blackmailing and some other purpose. The media is, they forgot about the, talk about the truth, or I want to like fight for some cause. That's okay, media, because it's become a business. Then I was kind of accepted it, because when you're in the business, you need to think about a profit and losses. But I was very disappointed with the judiciary. The reason was, whatever we see today, as I see like the corruption is much more in judiciary system. And I was thinking like, then if your judiciary is corrupted, how are we going to take this constitution or the democracy forward? Because people like us who comes from a capitalistic corporate world, we have money, somehow whatever we wanted, we should be able to win back and continue to continue to do our businesses. But the common man in this system, if like today, if you don't pay a penny, your file, like your like that day case will not come onto the bench. Then if you don't handle it properly, if you don't have a proper lawyer, if you don't have a proper management with the so-called whoever has to give a judgments, then today the judgments are deferred, the stays are very deferred. Because like whenever people ask me, what are you most disappointed about Indian democracy or constitution, I say it's the judiciary actually. Because at the end of the day, people, right, they fight for it, and at the end of the day, they have to stand in front of the judiciary. But today I'm very disappointed with that part of the system. Of course, as people started educating more and more, people like may come into the politics, some of the politics may get clean, and the media maybe some of the people like, we will see that reborn of some of the Gouri Shanker Jis, and some of the people will come into that kind of system and clean it. But if a judiciary is not the right way to go forward, I think so we are going into a very, very wrong direction for this country. I think one of my question would be the Saradaji to address some of those issues. How our Indian constitution can be prevail for the future, for the next generations, and how is our constitution will give a support to the entire Indian citizens. And I think last election also there was a lot of discussion and time for us to reconsider changing some of the constitutional amendments. I believe I'm a supporter of that. I think this is a time for us to start looking at it, because we started talking about the AI and the Gen AI now. A lot of people have started talking about the Gen AI. Because given the future in mind, and a lot of people, right, when you guys, some of the elders here sitting, when you guys are studying, or even when I started studying in the colleges, half of the time there is a political discussion happening from the schools. But today, it's completely gone. Right? Today, if I go and ask kids, right, they don't even know what party is ruling, who is ruling the country. And I think it's a time for us to start addressing some of the constitutional amendments, and especially how do we make the accountability of all these 4 pillars to all Indian citizens. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I would like to be part of the activities happening in and around our Telangana. And thank you once again. Thank you so much.
భారతదేశం గురించి, అదేవిధంగా రామరాజ్యం గురించి మనందరికీ అద్భుతంగా చెప్పిన నర్సిరెడ్డి గారికి ధన్యవాదాలు.